One of the big storylines heading out of the 6 hours of Imola was that Alpine were able to secure a successful podium result with the A424 hypercar. The French squad showed great pace in Italy at this event, and despite only achieving one podium in the past with the A424 since debuting the car at the start of the 2024 season, in just the second round of this year, they were able to beat championship-winning manufacturers to secure an unlikely and surprising podium finish. So this is a full breakdown, detailing how the Alpine Endurance team picked up their first hypercar podium of the 2025 season of the World Endurance Championship. The Renault Group supporting brand Alpine headed into the second round of the 2025 season following a somewhat competitive showing at the opening round of the year, the Qatar 1812 km, where Ferdinand Habsburg in the number 35 Alpine had a great start to the race and was in contention early on for the podium places. Alas, Alpine were not able to convert their early form into a successful result at the end of the day, with both hypercars finishing outside the top 10. Nevertheless, they were hoping to bounce back stronger in Imola with a better result, and at the end of the event, that's exactly what they did. Heading into the weekend, the French manufacturer were on the positive side of the balance of performance when it came to both power and weight, while Alpine's two cars would inevitably qualify for the race in 6th and 8th position. And while they likely wouldn't be able to match the same pace as the Ferrari 499P entries out in front, the two A424s would still have a very competitive showing during this event. At the very beginning of this race, the number 36 Alpine, which started 6th, would unfortunately drop to 7th temporarily, following former F1 driver Paul di Resta's move for 6th in the number 93 Peugeot. But nevertheless, the Alpines were still in the fight. Throughout the early stages of this event, the Alpine Endurance team maintained their positions in the top 10, and they ended up beating their main rivals Peugeot on performance and strategy with the A424 cars, and they even outpaced other competitors like the 963 entries from Porsche Penske and Proton Competition, and the two Hertz Team Jota Cadillacs. However, as the race progressed, drama would strike for one of the A424s, as the number 35 Alpine would get a drive-through penalty, which would delay the entry's progress in the race. And unfortunately, this was a factor as to why the number 35 car didn't get any points this time around. Meanwhile, the number 36 Alpine would continue to have a great strategy and perform strong stints throughout the event. Frédéric Makovicky was the driver that started the race in the car, and he did the opening laps, while he and Jules Gounon would be the drivers that Alpine selected to do the first stints. Then it would be finally time for Mick Schumacher to hop into the car. And remember, he is the son of 7-time Formula 1 world champion Michael Schumacher. And after a safety car restart, Mick would get the car into 5th place overall. When it came to Alpine's incredible finish to this race, that wasn't decided early on, because Alpine were only put in that position with around 40 minutes to go. One of the main reasons why the French manufacturer was able to secure this result was because of the great strategy that the number 36 hypercar was on from the Alpine Endurance team. And this eventually helped Schumacher to get the A424 ahead of cars like the number 15 BMW from Team WRT, the number 83 AF Corsa Ferrari, and both Toyota entries, which resulted in the Alpine getting up into 3rd place overall. And to the amazement of the team, this is where that car would finish in the final standings. Therefore, finishing the race in 3rd would be Frédéric Makovicky, Jules Gounon, and Mick Schumacher, as they gave the number 36 Alpine a successful result at the 6 hours of Imola, and the Alpine Endurance team would pick up their very first podium of the year. The number 36 Alpine would only finish behind the number 51 Ferrari, which dominated the weekend to win, and also the number 20 BMW from Team WRT, which, like the best placed A424, had a great strategy, which moved BMW M Team WRT onto the podium as well. The only other podium finish from the A424 from Alpine was when the same car, the number 36 entry, achieved 3rd place at the 6 Hours of Fuji in 2024, but that time, instead of Makovic and Gounon, Mick Schumacher was joined by Mathieu Vaxivière and now the retired racer Nicolas Lapierre on the podium. So overall, a really surprising but fantastic result by the Alpine Endurance team to get their car on the overall podium at the 6 Hours of Imola, and hopefully there's more to come in the future races, with the number 36 car's result elevating Alpine into 4th in the World Championship, ahead of manufacturers Porsche, Cadillac, Peugeot, and Aston Martin. So what did you think about Alpine's podium result at the 6 Hours of Imola in 2025? And do you think the French manufacturer's next trip to the podium will be allowing them to achieve the winner's trophy? Well, be sure to let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. For those interested in endurance racing, I suggest subscribing if you haven't already, because I provide consistent updates on everything WEC, IMSA, and Intercontinental GT. For more videos to watch, check out the options displayed on screen. But for now, that's it from me. Thanks for watching.